May the 4th be with you.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Vinyl channel. I'm the Vinyl Guy Boz. So I didn't realize that today was May the 4th, or that it is. It's May the 4th be with you. I have a ton of Star Wars vinyl. I didn't even get into the 45s. I just pulled out, spent the last 15 minutes pulling out some LPs here to show you. I'm not going to spend too much time on any one. I'm not going to show you the actual vinyl. I'm not going to go too much into each record. I'm just going to show them to you and move on to the next, because I got a lot here and I don't want this video to be 45 minutes long.
If you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
So, first one I have here, this one here is from The Venturers NASA 25th Anniversary Space Observant Week commemorative album. It has songs, themes from Return of the Jedi, Star Wars, Star Trek, Close Encounters. So it has all these songs, including Star Wars. So I figured it was suitable to go ahead and show for this. So there you go, we have that one there. And we have another Venturers right here. This is In Space 78. It's very similar to the one I just showed you. It's just a bunch of sci-fi songs that the Venturers did, including a few Star Wars songs. But it's a very cool record, so there you go. Okay, and this one here is nice. This one here is Greatest Science Fiction Hits. So this has, it's a pretty cool cover. You can see it covers all the different shows. It has Star Trek, it has Star Wars, it has Buck Rogers, Battlestar Galactica, The Outer Limits, Close Encounters, but a very cool record. So there you go, we got that one there. This one here is the soundtrack to Star Wars The Last Jedi. Here is an original, was it 1976, 1977? An original Star Wars soundtrack. So, in very nice condition. It's probably the only one to do this, but I'm going to show you the inside of this, but it's very cool. Alright, and this one here is Empire Jazz. So very similar, I don't think this is Miko, but very similar to what you would hear on the Miko album. But basically this is supposed to be a jazz club somewhere, in the Star Wars universe, and they're playing, a bunch of the Star Wars songs, the Imperial March, the Asteroid Field, Darth Vader's theme, and stuff like that. But it's very, very cool record. This one here is a Peter Pan record. This one here is the Now Sound Orchestra, presents music from Close Encounters, Star Wars 2001, and etc. It's another one of these science fiction records, but it does have Star Wars songs on it, so I did want to go ahead and show it to you. And this one here is very, very cool. This one here is Patrick Gleason's Star Wars. So he's taken selections from the original Star Wars film, and he performed them himself. It's very electronic stuff, but it's very good. It's on the Mercury label. So, but there you go. There's that one. And here's another one here. This is on the Wonderland record, Spaced Out Disco Fever, themes from Close Encounters, Star Wars, Star Trek, and such, and other songs as well, but I think it fits in here, but it's a very cool record. And one of my favorites here, this here is Christmas in the Stars, a Star Wars Christmas album. So it has the classic song, "What do you get a Wookiee for Christmas when he already owns a comb?" Which I do have on a 45. Again, I did not break into my 45s, but this here is on the RSO label, but it's awesome. By the way, I pulled out one of my Funko Pops. This here is R2-D2 Christmas Yuletide Funko Pop. Okay, and this one here is Star Wars The Force Awakens soundtrack. Alright, and this one here is a Japanese pressing, very similar to some of the stuff I showed you earlier. Space Odyssey, it just has a bunch of songs. Star Wars, theme from Star Trek, 2001, Close Encounters, Planet of the Apes, that kind of stuff, but it's very cool. And this here is a recent reissue. This is a Japanese pressing of Return of the Jedi. I'll show you the back of this one. So there you go. And this one here is also a recent reissue. This is Star Wars A New Hope, original motion picture soundtrack, remastered. So very, very cool. We have, let me see if I can go faster. We have The Empire Strikes Back. I'll show you the back of this one. Have a Mondo pressing here. Now a lot of these I haven't opened. They're still sealed because honestly I just haven't had time to play them. Some of these I've played, but some of them I haven't. But this here is a Mondo pressing of Solo. This is a very cool one. This is Star Wars Saga, the Essential Collection. This is basically, they pulled tracks off of a lot of the different Star Wars album, and they put them on this one record. So it's pretty cool. We have a Star Wars Story Rogue One soundtrack. And we have a Record Store Day release from 2017. This is Star Wars A New Hope selections from the soundtrack. Now we're getting into some Miko stuff. So this here is Miko, Star Wars Empire Strikes Back, music from. So very cool stuff. This here is another Miko, Star Wars and Other Galactic Funk.
Thank you. We're the Cantina Band. If you have any requests, shout them out. Play that same song. All right, same song. Here we go.
Another Miko. This here is Ewok Celebration. And last but not least, the heavy one here. So this here is the 40th anniversary Star Wars A New Hope Collector's Edition. This is a box set. And I got this a couple years ago. I still haven't had time to open it. A couple times I tried to open it. I tried to make time to do this. I wanted to open it actually with my wife because she's big into Star Wars like I am. But she likes, like me, she likes the first three movies. That's probably the same for me as well. But yeah, so trying to make time for both of us to get together and open this, it's been challenging, but it's gonna be pretty cool. Let me see if I can get a little closer on the hype sticker here, and I'll show you the bottom of this as well on the back. So this is the original Star Wars. It's A New Hope. It's a box set. It has a bunch of LPs, some CDs, and a book talking about the movie. So very cool. All right, and that's my video. I am big into sci-fi. I'm big into Star Wars, Star Trek, you name it. Matter of fact, I was going through my collection looking for all these Star Wars records, and I was passing up all these Star Trek ones to go, man, I would love to go ahead and show them all these Star Trek ones too. But that'd be for another video. And but I do want to thank everybody for joining me today. But don't forget, may the 4th be with you. And I do want to thank everybody for stopping by, and I'll see you all next time.
The Force will be with you, always.